Hey guys, it's Alley Cat. We're back. We're doing a pump today. We had a short video talking about how much brass we can get off a pressure washer pump. You find them all the time. The engine stops running or something and they put them out to the road. A lot of people aren't aware how much brass can be on a pressure washer. So we're going to get to that. Right now, though, what I want to do, I have an iron that I want to scrap out. It's a clothes iron. These things are great. Just watch real quick. All right, that was pretty quick. Just kidding. We'll get back to that. There's some goodies in there, not much though. We are going to do the pump. We're going to do that right now. We're going to see how much brass we can get out of this thing. So bear with us here, and we're going to get after it. All right, let's see what we got. Sometimes these are difficult to get out. Sometimes they just pop right out. Pop. Everybody likes that word. Yeah, there's quite a bit of aluminum on these things. Cast aluminum. I'm sure it adds up just like everything else. That's a nice piece right there. Got some good weight. Put him aside. Oh, let's see. Inside here. Oh, nice gas. Yeah, a lot of people say, yeah, how much do you make an hour? Sorry, I don't really give a damn. This is something I enjoy doing. It's a hobby. No, I don't get rich doing it. I don't think a lot of guys do, but we just enjoy taking stuff apart, and it just so happens we can sell it after we get it apart. It's mind clearing. Get your mind off of everyday stuff. Your kids in school, the bills, everything that we have to do. Oh my goodness. That is a damn mess. I would assume that there is a mechanical seal there that went bad. Oh, that's a mess. Got some nice pudding in there. Get something to put that in here. Oh, you know what? Let's just for the time being, because we're really not going to emphasize necessarily the insides of the pump anyway. Most of the stuff I'm going after is on the outside of the pump, but we'll get back to that. I'll have to stop and clean that mess out of there, but let's go ahead and see if we can rob some brass out of the sucker. Let's see which one. That one. Is it this one? Yes, it is. break these loose. Yeah, it's really fun. I mean, a lot of guys like copper. Copper is getting hard to find. I've always been more attracted to brass. I don't know. Just seems like for the weight, you know, you do a lot of work for copper, and it's profitable. I mean, if you can get the copper. But brass, to me, I mean, for weight, brass is just heavier. It's $2 a pound. It's literally everywhere. You get dirty brass, you get clean brass, you get plumbing, you get just all sorts of brass. And it's not hard for me to accumulate over 100 pounds of brass in, you know, a couple months. Just finding stuff and digging it out. And some people walk right by brass when they're looking for copper and don't pay any attention, but I do. And done pretty well with the brass. Yeah, I'll have to go off camera and clean out that case, because apparently the seal in between the water and the oil failed. Probably a good reason why it's up on my bench. But yeah, back to people, you know, they tend to pick on us. Well, you're not making any money doing that. Man, I got a job. I barely get by. These days are tough. I mean, but this is just something that I enjoy doing. And a lot of my friends that have their own channels, they do it for fun. They have jobs. It's just something that they like to do, and it just so happens to pay. Yeah, this should come right off. Oh, there we are. And we got some little piston damage in here, so this thing completely destroyed itself, apparently. Yeah, we'll get that little sucker out in a little bit. But what's left here basically is there's a big steel shaft in here. I'll get to that after I clean the case out. I gotta find something to put that in and dispose of properly. But yeah, it's a mess in there. We got some pudding. We'll push that aside. Just so you can get a look. Like I said, this whole, I call it a bulkhead because this is where all the action happens, really. This is where step by step the pressure is increased as the pistons and it goes through the ports. Pretty interesting stuff. But yeah, I get picked on a lot. Oh, why do you do that? You make no money. And meanwhile, they're watching TV or playing video games. I don't see where that pays squat. So here I am, having a little fun. Let's see which. Oh, that's it. Some of these can be tough to get out. Sometimes might have to put it in a vise, but there we go. A little pressure, they'll come out. Or a lot of pressure. There we go. That's all of them? Yep. All right. Yeah, there's just lots of brass here. Love it. I've considered getting a can't think of the word anyway. Thought about melting stuff. Pretty expensive to get into, but it looks like it's a lot of fun. Melt down stuff, make stuff. But here's an example here. These little plugs, they're like solid brass. All you got to do is pop a couple O-rings off of them, throw them in a bucket. They're done. Got all that. Inside of here, there's a couple O-rings and stuff to get out of there. Nothing difficult. Sometimes if they don't want to come out very easy, I'll take and do like a relief cut all the way through that with the grinder. It only takes a second, and all these pieces will come out. You can remove the O-rings, get that stuff out. But this is you can see the things in there. Most of the time they just pop right out. If they don't, you can get them out with a screwdriver or pick or anything. Give it a couple taps. That stuff will usually come out. Let's see what else we got here. Okay, that's right. Well, that was on there. I like to drill. Guess I'm spoiled. Another piece of brass. Just come out. Only one O-ring on it. It's clean. No problem. We'll have to go to the vise to get the rest of some of this stuff off here. This is the unloader valve. I don't know if this will unscrew all the way or not. Maybe. Okay. Inside of here, you can hear that. There's usually a chunk of brass inside of there. Not always. Sometimes it's aluminum. Occasionally that might be aluminum or just aluminum threads in brass. I'm not sure, but we'll check that out a little later. Pieces. Okay, get that out. Okay, this stuff here, just a crescent wrench. It comes right out. We're gonna stop right there. I gotta go over to the vise and pull this stuff off. We'll be right back. Okay guys, we're back. I had to do a little bit of vise action there to get some other parts out of it. Right now we have some O-rings. Get all those off and clean this stuff up. They're not hard to get at. If you get yourself a little pick set from Harbor Freight, makes it pretty simple to get those off. Yeah, back to you know, people taking shots at us for, oh, you're not making any of that. Just, you know, meanwhile they're doing something that pays nothing. At least I'm making a couple bucks, and I just really enjoy taking stuff apart. And my favorite part of that is not having to put it back together. It's really good. I enjoy it. Like I said, I'm more of a micro scrapper. I do small stuff. I will do a washer or something like that, and I will get every terminal, every wire, every switch. I will completely destroy it, and get every bit I can off of it. There's a lot of guys out there that micro scrap on YouTube. My good friend Patrick Williams, He's an inspiration indeed. Want to do a shout out for Pop Scrap, another guy across the pond there, really cool guy. He's a micro scrapper. He doesn't stop at any certain appliance or computer or anything. It's pretty much, folks, whatever we can get our hands on that we can mine, copper, brass, aluminum, whatever we can get. And it's just something we enjoy. Also, shout out to Mulhole's Appliance Repair. Another genius out there. This guy, he makes appliance work look easy. He also does some stuff on the side, some very interesting battery projects. He's made a flashlight charger using old batteries out of laptop computers. Very fascinating stuff. You'll have to check that out. But yeah, all those guys out there. Yeah, we're not as big as Project Shop Florida. The guy, man, he gets tons of stuff. So jealous. But they're awesome. Him and his partner, they just go through it. Really good stuff. Okay, looks like I got all my O-rings off. I said earlier about a relief cut. Sometimes these pieces that are inside of here, without the proper tool that expands for you to pull that out, I just cut them. It only takes a second. You cut them right in half and they just practically fall out. Nothing to that. But we got all this stuff cleaned up here. Again, I'll have to get back with us. We know that that's cast aluminum and a big chunk of steel in there inside the pump. We did get this off of it. We'll weigh that and see what that is. I believe it's somewhere around 40 cents for cast aluminum. I just throw it in my 55-gallon barrel, which is about 3/4 full now from doing stuff like this. Well, let's check our brass out. Let's see what we got here. Brass is $2 a pound. Well, it was last time I looked. I know the market and everything is going up and down right now, but hang in there, guys. It's going to be okay. All right, let's see. We got the big chunk. That right there is a little over 3.5 pounds. That's $7 right there by itself, man. That's just good. Now let's put all our other pieces on there. All this stuff just unscrews. It's pretty simple. You take your O-rings off. The scrap yards, they don't mind a couple of O-rings, but these things are pretty heavy populated with O-rings. They like you to take that kind of stuff off. Every little piece in here, these things just keep on giving. Now this piece here looks like it might be brass, but it's a trick. It's obviously aluminum. It's spray painted or whatever they dip it in to make it look like brass, but it's not. So always check your stuff with a file. All right, looks like we got about 4 3/4 pounds. That's $9.43. Not too bad for just a couple minutes and some wrenches. Like I said, these things, this is relatively a small one. The commercial pumps I do, sometimes the large bulkhead piece by itself is 7 or 8 pounds. I think the last one I weighed, it was right at 6 or 7 pounds. I want to say it was like $13. Just this piece, not including all the plugs and everything I'd already removed. But yeah, not bad. Almost $10. And then we have the aluminum. Let's get that. Like I said, I think it's around 40 cents. I know it doesn't pay that well, but just like everything else, guys, it adds up. Let's see. Whoops. Yeah, we'll say 40 cents a pound for the aluminum. We're gonna guess. All right, that's a little over a pound, so 41 cents. We're gonna say that the rest of the aluminum that we salvage off of that body after I clean the pudding out of it is probably gonna be, I don't know, maybe another 2 pounds. So I don't know, a little over $1, maybe $1.50 for the aluminum that we're gonna extract off of that. But I got a mess in there, I gotta clean that out. So yeah, not too bad. I mean, 10-12 bucks for a little bit of work. It's pays more than you would think, and it's just fun to take stuff apart and not have to put it back together. That's my favorite part. But yeah, check those guys out. Pop Scrap, Patrick Williams, Mulholes Appliance Repair. Really inspirational guys, man. I sit and I watch them and I think to myself, I should be out there scrapping myself, but I can't get away from the TV watching these guys. Super interesting. But that's going to wrap it up for today. Needless to say, we got way too much stuff to do around the house. We got to run around, take care of stuff, pick up the kids. But y'all have a great day. God bless. All right, guys, we had a lot of fun here this morning. It is Wednesday. We just took a pump apart that I shown on a short. Mentioned a couple guys that just are fascinating. They're neat to watch. If you don't get the bug watching those guys, you're just not going to get the bug. Also, I want to do a shout out for Crafty G83. That's the wifey. If she wasn't here, none of this would be possible. I've said that before. I'll say it every single time. She really helps me with the filming and everything, the editing. God bless her. She really helps me. Check out her videos. She's got a channel, Crafty G83. She has a garden. She's got a greenhouse. She grows her own cotton. She de-seeds her cotton. She processes her cotton. The whole 9 yards from the plant to finish. She makes her own thread. Really fascinating stuff. If you check her channel out, she goes in her greenhouse. She'll give you an update of what's really going on, and everything that we've tried to use has been repurposed stuff that we find when we're out. We try to keep stuff out of the landfill and repurpose everything we can. Plus, it's way cheaper than buying it. All right, guys, you have a great day. We'll catch you next time.